welcome home. I'm Debbie with Vacation Club Loans.
And I'm Katie with Vacation Club Loans.
And today, so it is springtime. Happy springtime. We are very excited. We're going to be talking about the EPCOT
Flower and Garden Festival. Yes.
Super beautiful. Oh my goodness. So here's my new recent passion. I recently took up gardening. Now, this is a true story. Now, but not really outdoor gardening. So here's the backstory. I have so much to do at my house.
Right.
Still recovering from last year's hurricane flood.
Yeah.
And I thought it would be super fun. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know why I got this obsession. I've been watching all of these indoor gardening with the herb gardens and the windowsill.
Okay, I was like, what?
And I know. And I went to the Home Depot this past weekend and I got lots and lots of little baby orchids.
Obsessed.
Because they're like $6,
Yes.
for the little, they're like pods and there's no flowers or anything on it yet. And I'm like, I'm going to grow these orchids. So my office is all glass. And so it's like the perfect greenhouse.
Yeah, it is.
So I had this urge. And so I also got those little organic biodegradable trays. I got soil. I'm going to show you a picture.
What a weekend you had.
Tomato. I haven't done anything yet.
Oh.
Except with the orchids. But I got tomato seeds, peppers, bell peppers and hot peppers, and lettuce because I read that those are the easiest things to grow indoors.
Uh-huh.
I can't grow outdoors because of my birds and my squirrels.
Oh, they will tear it up. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't want to attract any more critters. I don't want anything crawling in the backyard. So I'm very passionate about this garden and flower festival.
What an amazing new hobby. I did not know that. That's so fun.
I don't know how it's going to turn out, but I will keep you posted.
Yes,
yeah,
I
I'm
would
excited
love
about that.
Yeah,
I want.
My sister-in-law started kind of the same thing, and then it turned into a huge outdoor garden with full irrigation, everything that she had my brother set up for, and tomatoes, carrots, garlic, black peppers, watermelons. The watermelons are almost done, and then she has a separate one that's like full, like really pretty flowers.
Oh my God!
So, but it
amazing.
is an addiction. So,
Yes.
in a year, I can't wait to come see your
I know.
huge property
So
covered
I
in
was
stuff.
really laughing at myself yesterday because I was like, I have no time. I don't know why I did this
Why
to
not?
add more pressure, but I hope it's super fun. I hope it comes out because
I think it's one of those relaxing hobbies, though.
Well, I spent $74 to grow a salad. So
okay, well, that's not that bad. $74 for a new hobby?
for a salad.
Yeah, I got into keyboard building, and that's like $400 for a keyboard. So you're pretty good under budget on that hobby.
Yeah.
I think it's great.
Yeah, there's a guy on Facebook, and he's like this plant guru, and he's like, he'll chop up, he'll use a head of lettuce, of romaine, and he's
Oh.
like, don't throw the head away, put it in dirt. And he grows like the pineapples. You chop off the head and you put it in dirt and you grow a pineapple. So there's all these things that you can grow, but I literally bought seeds. So I'm going to try to grow something.
Amazing. Cannot wait to hear that update. I'm very invested. Well, maybe you'll be good enough at growing to be one of the topiary artists at Disney.
I am
Maybe.
not even going to pretend that's ever, because those things are amazing.
No, they're
They're
so
amazing,
great.
yeah.
I, as someone who suffers from horrible seasonal allergies, I really thought that going to the Flower and Garden Festival was going to be a nightmare. I was like, I already can't breathe and my eyes feel like they're burning out of my skull. Perfectly fine there. Like, no, I don't know what's going on, or maybe I'm just feeling the
It's
vibes
the
of
Disney
EPCOT.
magic.
But yeah, and I think some of my favorite topiaries are the ones that are made out of succulents. So there's one in Japan right now. Last year they had like Huey, Dewey, and Louie, like the little Donald Duck's nephews. They were all made out of succulents. I haven't gone over there. I don't know if they have it this year, but they have a huge dragon in Japan that's all succulents, and it is so cool. And you really realize how many different, when you think of a succulent, it's like, oh, it's green and then light green and then slightly darker green. But it's red and purples and all these different colors that are just so, so pretty. So
There's a huge variety of succulents.
Oh my
I mean,
gosh,
between the textures, the colors, the size.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
A lot of personalities.
And there's so much you can do with it. Well, not you or I could do with it, but like, like someone who's very talented could do with it. But yeah, they're celebrating 30 years of the Flower and Garden Festival, which technically I think it started in 1994, but
Mhm.
we're celebrating 30 years this year.
Instead
Don't
of
know.
31.
Yeah, whatever.
Hmm.
Sure. Um,
Can I do that with my age? Just cut a
of
year
course.
off? Okay,
Yeah. I don't see why
perfect.
not. Who's gonna arrest you?
That's right.
Yeah. But yeah, we wanted to talk about it's one of the biggest festivals at Epcot, of course. Wine and Dine Weekend and the Food and Wine Festival is the biggest one, but Flower and Garden goes from April to June. And a lot of people do come into town for it. So we wanted to talk about the best resorts to stay at if you're coming specifically for the Flower and Garden Festival.
Hmm.
Which, not sure if you knew, Debbie, actually, I went in and did all of the really hard research on it. There is a lot of special food and alcoholic drinks here for the Flower and Garden Festival.
Can we
So,
move the podcast to there then?
sure, yeah, I don't see why not. Yeah.
Let's do that.
Let's take everything with us. Yeah. So, yeah, there's a lot of like, it's not technically the Food and Wine Festival, but it basically is because there's all new dishes and everything to try out, and it's really, really fun. Plus, pretty flowers all over the place.
Yes.
But yeah, I think my favorite one would probably have to be Riviera to stay at when we're talking Epcot and different festivals. It's connected to the Skyliner, so you'll just leave from your room, go through the Skyliner, the really pretty mosaic tiles, and it'll pop you right out, right next to, I believe it's Paris, right in between Paris and the UK in Epcot. And of course, with Riviera comes Topolino's and the really nice pool and all of the art and everything else awesome that comes with
Riviera is
Riviera.
an
Yeah.
just an outstandingly beautifully done resort. I
Yeah.
love Riviera.
It's so nice. And I love the Skyliner, so it's just a fun little
Yeah,
way
and
to
then you
just
get a ride
pop
on
over
your way to Epcot.
for more
So that
rides.
just
Yeah.
kind of adds
Yeah.
to the fun. Yeah. My favorite would be on the lake, Seven Lagoons Lake. Is that the lake that's right there? Is it Seven
Seven
Lagoons?
Seas Lagoon?
Yeah.
Is that
Seven
that
Seas.
one?
Thank you. Seven Seas Lagoon.
Yeah, because the other one is Bay Lake, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. So
I think so.
that lake, there's obviously Boardwalk, and then there's Yacht Club.
Mm-hmm.
And Yacht Club is not a DVC Deluxe property, so you would have to rent, or if you're using your DVC points like us, Beach Club. So my number one would be Beach Club. So I love
Fair.
Beach Club. The resort is literally right there at where
Shortest
the
walk.
Skyliner
Yeah.
drops off.
Mm-hmm.
But I just love that resort. Phenomenal pool, great restaurant choices. And right now the pool is being renovated.
Mm-hmm.
So we're really excited to see what they're going to
Yeah,
have next.
I don't know if it's a refresh or what it is. I was walking by the other day and I didn't hear any laughter or anything going on. I'm like, it's really quiet. What's going on? And then you could see through that the entire pool is empty and there's giant pallets of blocks of sand. So I don't know if they're just redoing the bottom
Yeah,
or
that's probably
what
just a
they're doing.
refresh. I
Yeah,
hope they
'cause
don't get rid of the sand because
no,
that is
I didn't see
so
it.
much
No,
fun.
it looked like they were bringing more.
Mhm.
Like there was like they're about to drop more in there. So I don't know if it was just a refresh or when that's going to be back. But yeah, the beach club's definitely the shortest walk to
Mhm.
Epcot.
Yeah, well, the Beach Club is one of my top 5. So,
Mm-hmm.
it's so funny. It's like 2 years ago, it was my probably number one. And then now that Polly has the 1 and 2 bedrooms,
Yeah.
that was my number one. And then now we've been to Alani.
Alani.
Now that's my number one.
Yeah.
So-
Beach club has to like up their game next.
Yeah.
Like
And
they
then, of
really have
course,
to
the
win you over
animals,
the next time.
when I go to Animal
Oh,
Kingdom,
Animal Kingdom.
oh,
Yeah.
that's right. This is my number one. So it keeps rotating. There's a rotating wheel of number ones, but we know Beach Club is top 5. That's why I'm
Amazing.
saying that.
Yeah.
Even no matter which resort I fall in love with that week, Beach Club is still going to keep,
Gonna be there,
going to be a
up there.
competitor. Yeah,
Yeah.
So I love Beach Club.
I like Boardwalk as well. I mean, that's the kind of the great thing about Epcot. Whenever like we stayed there for the Wine and Dine weekend last year, and we stayed at Boardwalk, and it's a little bit longer of a walk around, but not really a whole lot. And you can always also take the boat. I actually took the boat for the first time. We took it from Beach Club. And then it just went to Boardwalk, and we were like, oh, okay. And then we went all the way back around, and the boat, if you don't want to walk, will take you straight to that entrance into Epcot. Although you'll have to go all the way around the thing. It'll take longer. But it's a cute little boat ride. I was just trying to figure out, I'm like, where's this go? And they let me get on, and we figured it out. But Yeah, I would think for the honestly, any of them are great choices
Hmm.
wherever you can get the availability. I do believe, from what I've heard, and by what I've heard, I just talked to a lot of people in line while waiting for drinks at Epcot. A lot of people struggled getting availability at Boardwalk. So it sounds like
Boardwalk is
Boardwalk's
hard to
gonna
get
come out
into.
first. Yeah.
Yes, I have heard that several times. I think Boardwalk is just for a variety of reasons, but Boardwalk seems to be a favorite of many, many people.
Hmm.
They just love it. I
The
mean,
pool
it's,
is great.
yeah,
Yeah, they have
it's a
the
lot of
big.
fun. It's got
Yeah.
a lot of good energy. It's, based off the Jersey Shore kind of vibe and
Yeah, like Coney
that,
Island
yeah, that
feel.
little
Yeah.
Coney Island feel. And, they have a lot of entertainment over there.
Hmm.
They've got the Abracadabra bar, they've got jelly rolls, which I heard is closing.
I heard that too.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
heard that's
think that, and
closing.
something else is going to come in its place. And then, of course, they have Cake Bake Shop, which you have not been to yet, so we
No.
have to go.
Did the corn dog place open?
Yes, it was
Yay!
open when the corn
Okay.
dog and the margarita cart were both open when we were over there.
Excellent.
We definitely took advantage of that.
Okay.
But yeah, so everything, because when we stayed there in August, and it seemed like nothing was really open. And then when we were back in October, pretty much everything, like it was a totally different stay than the first time that we stayed. But
Mhm.
yeah, Boardwalk I think is gonna probably by now. I mean, there's about a little over a month left of the festival, so
Mhm.
there's a chance that it's probably full depending on when you're gonna want to go. But yeah, Beach Club, Boardwalk, and Riviera are all fantastic
Right.
choices. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. And even because of the boat ride, you can stay at further away properties and still
Yeah, I
have
think
that
the boat ride
instant.
goes to Swan and Dolphin.
Mhm.
Where else did it go? I went to a couple more places,
Doesn't the
but
boat also go to the Grand Floridian? Or is that a
that's a
different, that's
different
a
boat.
completely different boat.
Yeah, it's a different boat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not the Seven Seas Lagoon.
Oh.
It's a lake. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe that I don't know this.
This doesn't have Google capabilities, so I can't look it up, but it's my Kindle.
We'll flash it on the screen.
Yeah.
We'll just
Um,
cut this part
I forget.
out.
Well, I think the lake that Grand Floridian is on is Bay Lake because of Bay Lake Tower
Yeah, that's the
and Bay,
Seven
so
Seas Lagoon. We're
it's the same. That's the
Polynesian.
same thing.
Yeah, because they have the Seven Seas electric light show
Oh
and the lake. I knew the name of this last year. I forgot it.
Well, there's a piece of water outside Epcot,
There's a
and
round
that's where
Crescent
the
Lake.
is really
Yes.
nailed it. We're
Crescent-
sure this time.
Crescent Lake.
Yeah.
We're gonna cut all that out just for
Now we'll keep it. There's a body of water there, and there's a boat in it. Get on that boat. You'll probably go to the hotel you're staying at. But I really like the
as long
Skyliner.
as it's a Disney one.
Oh yeah, make sure you get on a Disney boat, not like a stranger's boat. Don't get on a stranger's boat. Or like the cop boat, they might yell at you. But the Riviera is great because my nieces also love the Skyliner. So that's like we could go on there and go on no other rides and they would be totally fine with it. And we have done that. Like
I've done
we've
that
gone and
too.
only gone on the Skyliner
Mhm.
and it was like a huge day for them.
Yeah.
So, it's fun and it's technically a shorter walk, but you still have to sit in the Skyliner for a few minutes,
it's so
but
fun.
whatever. Yeah.
It's so much fun just to ride the Skyliner. Like I was staying at Riviera one time and I rode the Skyliner over to Hollywood Studios and
Oh
back.
yeah.
And I didn't even go in Hollywood Studios.
You just hung out in there?
I was just like, I just want to ride on the Skyliner
Me
because
too.
it's cool.
Yeah, I've totally done that. Oh, and I've totally forgot to mention this part. You're probably yelling at the screen if you're watching it. There's a concert series that they do as well. So we were I think it was Sugar Ray was there and every time I go, I'm like, wow, there's a really long line for the concert thing. That's weird. And then on my way home, I see that there's like some band that I actually really like that was there that night that I just completely forgot about. So they have a really good concert series. I think like Hanson, it's a lot of like 90s
Mhm.
people, but in like early 2000s, but it's kind of like uh not really, but kind of like the Mardi Gras concerts at Universal. So they have like a cool concert person there. That's not an extra ticket. You just have to get in line. And a lot of those lines go all the way around the world. But yeah. So it started in 1994. It's kind of become like a 3-month event, whereas it used to just be a few weeks. But now it's like a big 3-month long thing. And I do see some people online joke about what are we supposed to do in Epcot when there's no festival happening? Because like
Oh,
almost
that's funny.
always there's some kind of, whether it's the art festival, flower festival, food and wine, there's like something happening.
Mhm.
Um, and then, yeah, just to celebrate springtime, it's going to show vibrant gardens, unique floral displays. There's a really big display with Minnie, Mickey, Chip, and Dale, kind of on the back side of the big ball. And of course, photo pass
Mhm.
opportunity. But, and then you have the amazing, my favorite part is the butterflies. And
Mhm.
so the giant butterfly topiaries that have like a specific flower. So it's kind of like perfume flowers. And you
Oh.
can go up and smell how they all smell different. Um, the last time I went, my niece is a big fan of Moana. And so right when you walk through the
The water?
turnstiles,
Mhm.
there's a big Moana thing right at the front. And so she wanted to take a picture right next to it and, just take a picture. There were I think I saw 4 yellow jackets, like, going around in the flowers, and I was like, "Okay, take a picture to oh, let's
Run.
go." Yeah.
Run.
So, that was the first time I think I've seen an
Mhm.
unwanted insect on Disney property.
Well, the next time we go, we're gonna have to try. So they just remodeled the new DVC Owners Lounge.
Yeah, I
So we
can't get
need
in
to
there
go in
without you,
there. We
Debbie.
haven't visited inside the new DVC's
Yeah.
Owners Lounge. So if you're a DVC owner and you're at Epcot, definitely go in there and check it out. It's free. I think they have complimentary soda and water. Something
And
very,
if you tell
very
them that
simple.
your mom is a member and you're not, they will not let you in, just so you know.
You
So,
have to have your DVC membership.
yeah.
And they're actually opening a brand new adult only lounge.
Mhm.
So
Kids, stay away.
I think that opens
Yeah, I think they start taking
June 3rd, maybe?
reservations May. I forget when it was. It was about 30 days ahead of that open date.
Hmm.
So we're going to try to get in there like swimwear
Yeah, so
and see
June
what we
3rd.
can get. Yeah. So, and I've been reading up on stuff about that a lot because adults only really like perked up my attention. I was like, ooh, cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
so
so that'll
that'll
be
be a
really fun.
perfect D3 day. So the Disney day drinkers, that'll be a
Yes.
D3 day.
Yeah, I am a member of the Disney Day Drinkers, and I do like them a lot. They really get down,
Shout out.
and they're all amazing. Like a lot of them are amazing runners. Like a lot of them go to all of the big Disney runs, and they're like very athletic, and unlike me, but I don't run, but I can drink. So that's what I'm here
So they
for.
let us be part of the club.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
D3. Well, let's also put on our list to go back to Spaceship Earth.
Yes.
That restaurant was out.
Space. I almost wanted to say Space 420, and that is not correct. Space 220?
Space
Space
220?
220? The space one near Spaceship
It's
Earth.
not Spaceship Earth.
No, Spaceship Earth is the ride in the big golf ball. But I knew what you meant.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's
Space
Space 220.
220, we think.
Yeah. Yeah. We do need to go back there because,
Yeah, that was
Debbie, we
phenomenal.
have to go back because the camera I had when I was there was broken. So we have to
Do the
get
whole
all
thing.
new. Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
It was a great.
while we're at it, let's go to Hawaii. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, so we did have the excellent opportunity to get a reservation at Space 220.
Which was pretty
And
hard. Like
yeah,
we've been trying
apparently
for almost a year and we finally got it.
yeah, it's a little
Yeah.
tricky. That's a timing special thing.
Mhm.
But we did, it's kind of like, I don't want to give any spoiler alerts, but I mean, I guess I could,
Yeah,
right? I mean, you can
whatever.
look it up online. You see
Yeah.
the pictures.
Yeah.
It's not a secret. So when you go up, they, make it appear like a blast off and you're going up into space and you're taking the tube. And then when you walk into the restaurant, literally it's a humongous, absolute
It's a
entire
lot bigger than I thought
wall.
it was gonna
The
be.
entire
Yeah.
wall is a television of Earth. So
Mhm.
you're getting like you're on the spaceship.
Yeah.
And the food and the service were outstanding. We had such a great culinary experience
Oh,
there. I
really,
just loved it.
really cool shots. I'm not usually a shot person, but I think I forget who had asked, but was like, "Oh, well, can you make us something special?" And it wasn't, I don't even think it was on the menu or anything. The bartender just made it, and it had glitter floating in it, and
Mhm.
we were like, "Whoa, this looks crazy." And then it
Yeah, like a
tasted
space
really
shot.
good. Yeah, like I forget what he called it, but
Mhm.
he's like, "Yeah, this is just a little thing I like
Space
to do." We're
dust?
like, "Cool." Yeah, it was yeah, like
Mhm.
galaxy something, but it was so cool. And then in the I think a lot of people who went there were expecting all of the dining experiences and the general experiences on the Star Cruiser Hotel
Mhm.
to be like that, with the giant windows that were TVs, when really the Star Cruiser ended up being something a little bit different, like not as big
Right.
windows into space,
Yeah, the
you
Star
know?
Cruiser only had in the lobby area,
Hmm.
they had the big giant window, and they had little windows in each of the rooms, which was great. That showed space. But in the dining room, they didn't have any windows, which
Mm.
might have been a missed opportunity, but they did
Yeah.
have entertainment. So
Yeah.
maybe they didn't, they were trying to put the focus on that, but I don't know.
Yeah, but the space place,
Yeah.
amazing.
Mhm.
That's like a really good like birthday dinner or like special event thing, cuz it's even an event like getting up to the cuz when we were waiting in the lobby area, we're kind of like, "Oh, boop, boop, boop." It's like us and like 30 other people. And you can't, obviously not everybody can go up the elevator all at the same time cuz it's
The
pretty
spaceship.
small. Yeah. So it's like, okay, well, you're loading them in there each at a time, and it was really cool coming through, and then I did not expect it to be that big.
It was
In
very
my
cool.
mind, we're still like going up, but we're definitely going through a different door and just
Mhm.
walking in the back, but
Yeah.
still, I felt like I was up really
The
high.
Disney magic
Yeah.
again. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think, yeah, a perfect spring day would be getting to Epcot, seeing all the topiaries, drinking and eating all the stuff, maybe seeing the concert, and finishing it with dinner at Space 220.
Mhm. And there's a lot of things that are on the menus where they have the little outdoor kitchens.
Mhm.
There's a lot of menus items that they don't have year round.
Oh,
So it's
yeah,
a
uh-huh.
great opportunity to taste, some
All
new
the little
things
things.
at
Yeah.
Epcot. Yeah.
And when we were at Space 220, we stayed at Boardwalk. So the walk back, after a full day at the park, the walk back at 10 p.m. really was not that bad. But we love an after dinner walk. So,
Yeah.
we could just kind of mosey on over there. But yeah, it was all fantastic.
Another
And
reason to stay at Riviera because then you can sit and ride.
oh, true. Yeah, it is a bit of a shorter walk. Again, Riviera for me for the win,
Mhm.
because it's just boom right there. But yeah, and I think no matter where you stay, even if you can't stay at any of those three that we were talking about, there's always a bus or a monorail or some other way to get there. If you're staying over on the Bay Lake side or Seven Seas Lagoon side at like Bay Lake Tower or Poly or whatever, you can still get on the monorail and go to Epcot. Obviously you're not limited. But if you're just trying to have like ooh, we're just gonna stay in this one little bubble type of thing, my vote's Riviera. Yours is Beach Club.
Beach Club.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Beach Club.
Beach Club if the pool is open.
Yeah.
Hopefully they open that up pretty soon. I
Yeah. If
mean,
they're just doing a refresh, it's
yeah,
probably going to be
hopefully.
closed
I'm
for a
gonna look
month.
it up. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Because we're going into summer, so it makes sense that they would want to make sure everything's up to snuff.
Nice and
Yeah.
fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, hopefully we get to see you at oh, one thing I forgot to mention about the Flower and Garden Festival, obviously merch. I'm a big merch fan. There is a lot of merch for the 30th anniversary. It's very Orange Bird heavy. Which do you know about Orange Bird?
I do not.
You don't know about Orange Bird. She doesn't know. Okay, so Orange Bird was used when, and I might get some of this wrong. Please don't cancel me. But Orange Bird, we actually learned about him when we were at Old Key West. And so he or she or they, whatever, um, were used as a marketing ploy to get people to vacation in Florida. So
Mhm.
Disney and the state of Florida came together to create the character of Orange Bird to improve tourism here. And so he's literally, his head is an orange
Mhm.
and he's a bird. So, Orange Bird. So, a lot of the merch is very Orange Bird focused. This is from last year. Don't hate on me. I haven't got my merch yet. But there's the Spirit jersey, obviously, a bunch of t shirts. And a lot of people collect all that kind of stuff. Then there's like special Orange Bird drinks and
Mhm.
little cups that you can drink out of his head. And it's all every single thing is all very good. Like the special drinks really good. I think there's a couple of like special like dishes, like Florida orange style
Ooh, that sounds yummy.
themed dishes.
Mhm.
Yeah. So it's all really, really fun. Still, food and wine is my favorite, but I would have to say second place, flower and garden.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to have to check out the flower and garden
It's
because it's
so
probably
good.
going to inspire me
Yeah.
in my new journey.
We should go tomorrow so you
Okay.
can check it out and then see how awesome everything is. It'll either inspire you or it'll be like, whoa.
It'll inspire me
Yeah.
for sure because I
We'll
have
go
all of these items on my kitchen table ready to be put to growth and use and
and we can
whatever.
go on the land, the ride, the land,
Mhm.
and they actually they have dressed up when you go through all of the growing places through the land, they have special stuff and like decorations on there for the festival. So we can
Excellent.
go through there too, and then you can learn how to grow stuff. Maybe you'll do like hydropods and all the fancy science
never
stuff.
know.
Yeah. Next time I go to your house, it's gonna be like a giant like
Greenhouse
organics
office.
lab. Be like, whoa. Yeah.
It's like right now my office is just my desk, computer, and a chair. Everything else is gone and empty. And then when you come back the next time, it'll be filled with plants
It's gonna look like a
and
jungle.
food.
Yeah. I'll be like,
I'll be
whoa.
like, I'm hungry.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be like Eden in
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
I'll
All
have
right.
to get
Well,
a table and cutting board.
we're gonna be at the festival tomorrow then, so maybe we'll see you there.
Yep. Thank you so much for watching. We hope to talk to you soon. If you have any questions or comments, definitely just leave them below.
Bye.
Bye.